I can lose, like, it's like $1,000 loss. I can lose someone's wages for the fucking week in 30, you know what I mean? In 3 seconds. Uh, I just took a scalp short and I'm out. But I was okay, and like it was such a good. I got long right here. Oh man, I literally got long right here. $400,000, and I closed it out. Oh.
You gotta be kidding me. Oh
Yeah,
no.
yeah, bro, and I closed it. Why? Right? Why? Because I'm
Dude, that was an
emotional, right?
amazing entry.
Oh
Nice.
man, that's okay. So, have you ever noticed this? Okay, so we look at the charts here. Nasdaq's breaking out, right? You see Nasdaq's going,
Right.
right? Nasdaq's breaking out. Bitcoin, what it will do is it will literally F everybody. It will we know it's going to go up. But they're going to everybody. Like, so like this morning, right? I got short here. I got stopped out, $300 loss. I got long here, $450 win. Okay? But look at this. We get news data right here. We get pump, dump, pump, dump, pump, dump, pump, dump. I finally choose to get long here. And I don't even hold the damn friggin' trade, man. I feel like
Oh man.
it's this leading all the way into it that makes you emotional, right? Because they don't want you to go. They don't want you to get long, right? They don't want you to make all the money here, right?
Right.
But it's, and even on the way up, like you get breakout retest, right? Breakout retest right here. But it's they break out, they trap longs. Look, chop, 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 boom, right? Then they send it up slowly. They don't send it up fast. They send it up slowly. Oh, slow. Look how long this is. This is long for me, man. Right? Then boom, and then boom, right? Like it's total mess with your emotional trading. You can see it, right?
Right.
Especially on the 1 minute here, because this is, you're waiting in the trade here. I'm long. I take profit one. I close the trade here, right? And look at this, to me is like forever. This, I could go to the store and back, buy some, cook breakfast, and and have some burritos ready for dinner tonight in this time here, and then boom, only to let us do a siesta, then boom, then I go and make dinner for tomorrow. Oh man. And I've closed my short already into the order block here. And look, now it's going to go to zero. Do you know what when I feel like this, do you know what I do?
Go golfing.
I close my fucking exchange.
That's smart, man.
I mean,
I do the same.
I close my, I'm up 500 today. I'm up 500 today. And guess what? That's a good fucking day. Right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Undeniable.
Are you as an emotional trader as me? I think you are, but I think you're
Yeah.
I think
Oh,
you're smart.
thanks, man. I am. In fact, that's why part of it is that's why I moved out of the 15 minutes into the 4 hours, and I find a little bit more profitability there because being seated in front of the computer and waiting for the thing to move and then start moving down, up, right? Start getting to my nerves. So I just walked away from the computer, right? Or closed my exchange. So when it happened, then I'm losing control of what's happening. So I usually go to the 4 hours, and that's one of my principal or main reasons, right? Other than I also have had other things to do throughout the day. I did not went full crypto from like from the night out to the day. It took a little bit of process, right? So I needed to be concentrated on what I was doing, then trading, and well, then I just let it run. And when I come back, it was basically just hitting my entry or not, right? So because of the alerts. And yeah, something that I do when I do get a little bit of my account uncomfortably high is that I move a little bit of that money out into my savings account, and I just leave slightly bit higher, right? So when I put in my position and I'm not uncomfortable, I start kind of like rising just slightly bit my position, so I get kind of like a micro dose of increasing my gambling entry. That has worked for me because I mean it's not like when you make a big win, right? Your wallet suddenly grows, right? And so does your position. So for me, that's also an impact on emotions, and I start getting scared. And scared money make no money, right? So things happen.
Hmm.
Yeah, another thing that I do is that I mean I do screen on my screen. Not much, not much, but I do. I do yell at it. It seems to work sometimes. It moves the right direction. Halo's weekend, perhaps, boys. What? Halo this weekend, perhaps, boys? Man, could be maybe Sunday. I could do something Sunday if you really want to. JR? I don't know because I have Saturday. I'm taking an AI course. My Saturdays, and yeah, I do have most of the Saturday. It's a 6 hour every Saturday course. So, ooh, Saturday will be a little bit busy for me. But absolutely, absolutely. Let me know what time you're gonna be connected. I also can drop in and I can do some gaming for Halo. I mean, still, I'm
I
building
mean,
up.
I don't think JR knows about Alexo Crypto's Halo skills. I don't think he understands.
He takes he takes bullets like there's no tomorrow, man.
I don't think he. I don't think he understands.
Oh, he's
Look, I
rusty.
still got
Don't
the
tell him.
screenshot. 10 to negative one-on-one. Me and OC. That's all I gotta say.
Man,
OC jumped off the map because he was losing so bad.
dude, that was you, bro. That was you. You grabbed the sniper and jumped out of the map. I got it recorded, bro. I'm not
Bro,
denying negative 10 to 1
uh,
to 1, right? Then 10 to 1.
10 to negative
Uh,
one.
10 to negative 1. I'm not denying that.
We
That was
have
the actual result
witnesses.
of one of those.
Bro, you
What? What?
I
What can I tell you, bro?
that's all I gotta say.
I'm the red, by the way. All right.
Oh man.
Call that shotgun. All right. So, oh man. Oh, but yeah, JR, let me know. I'll be able to do it maybe Sunday if you want to. Just hit me up and I'll connect Sunday. Alex, I mean, if you are not doing much, maybe we can send you some DMs, and if you are free, maybe you can join.
I'd have to re-download it. I don't mind re-downloading it just to whoop your ass again, but Sunday I'm golfing, so it'd
Oh,
have
you're
to be
golfing.
Sunday night.
Oh, sure. I mean, if you have time, that'll be a good Sunday night. Then I'll pop out some beers. Maybe that may be better at Halo.
You need something. Oh man.
Oh, sheesh. Oh, by the way,
Gotta
have you
have
seen
fun.
what's going on with XRP? XRP news? They unlocked a couple
Bro,
of. I mean,
XRP's shitcoin, man. What's it doing?
still.
It's
Let me
dumping
bring
right
up.
now. Pump and
What is
dump.
it?
Pump and dump.
Yeah, pump and dump. I mean, it actually is holding fairly well. I was explaining today in the morning that I mean, it's not that I really like XRP, right? But it's been holding. It's one of the coolest chart out there at this point. It's just not dumping. It's just not moving. It's kind of like becoming in a stable coin. Something that is kind of like also bittersweet It is, and let me share my screen really quick. And this is it. It's kind of look at the manipulation they're doing, right? It's not really manipulation, but it also is, right? I mean, Ripple's moved 500 million XRP worth of 1.1 billion as market eyes 2.30 resistance. So 2.30 resistance, we already kind of got into it. And that is because I believe they're looking at this trend line that we have at this point, right? Something like, where is it? There it is, grabbing this high, and then going over here. So we've been into this trend line for a long time, right? We're finally making a kind of sort of like long-lasting uptrend, right, at this point. But we have some release and some locked tokens, right? Ripple moved 500 million XRP value at around 1.1 billion, sparking fresh speculation across the crypto space. The transfer flagged by blockchain monitoring several whales alerts made the second. This is because they have some XRP locked, and they're gonna be unlocking it, right? Usually that inflates inflates the money. It's just like supply on fiat, right? They print more, there's more in the market, the price of it drops, right? Because of the market cap, especially on XRP and all of the cryptos at this point, any change in the production or any change in the market flow changes dramatically the price action. So, and instantly, right? It's not like fiat that takes a couple of months to kick in. And then what they're doing to control this possible bearish or sell out speculation is they're instantly they are retrapping or relocking that XRP. So out of the 1 billion XRP unlocked, this circle, Ripple sent 500 million to an internal wallet and quickly relocked it, right? And another 200 million to XRP. That is 700, right? We're not yet at 1.1, right? Which appears to have already been in Ripple's operational wallets, was also relocked into separate transactions. These moves helps to calm fears of a major dump, right? Because there's going to be more, or there was supposed to be more Ripple in this space, right? Signaling that Ripple has no immediate plans to flood the market with extra supply, all right? So that's what I'm having. This is a bittersweet, especially coming from, I don't know, I'm not considering myself to be a Bitcoin maxi, but almost there, right? And this is because, we're moving out of fiat for some reason, right? No manipulation, free money, right? Freedom comes with a cost. Like also Piper was talking about the Circle, the guys behind USDC, that were planning on implement something into the change that you can do chargebacks, right? For me, that is BS. Yes, if you pay with USDC to somebody and they don't give you a product, you are F up, right? I get it. But the same thing happens with cash, right? So are we regulating fiat again? Are we coming back to fiat just with a different name? So are we creating crypto just to replicate fiat? I don't know. I think for adoption, that's good, right? And the same thing happens with XRP. And this is the point where this is the bittersweet thing, right? If I would be a Bitcoin maxi, I would say Bitcoin should be for transactions, right? I don't think so. I think Bitcoin at this point, because of what had happened in the markets, it needs to remain and stay as the crypto gold, right? So basically the crypto standard, that is Bitcoin. You put your reserve of value there, you let it grow, it gets more stable, so on and so forth, right? It's just like gold. And then we need an extra crypto or cryptos, right, to make easy the exchange. Something that I believe should be uncentralized, but XRP is centralized. So are we doing exactly the same thing? Just moving gold to Bitcoin? What happens when we ditch the Bitcoin standard, right? Let's thinking that somebody just takes the Bitcoin standard instead of the gold standard, right? It's just going to be all over again, right? Just with opportunity. And this is the key point, opportunity right now to start allocating into what's going to hold value, right? I'm not talking around altcoins. I'm talking around Bitcoin, and then the projects that start developing what people like, which I sadly think there's going to be once again something like fiat that is controlled, that is centralized, right? That is regulated, because the truth of the matter is that with increasing generations, we are getting used to having all of the goodies and none of the responsibilities. Talking about fiat money. So if you spend something and you get kicked in the balls, lesson learned, right? Don't go back crying to your bank saying it. You put a bad review, you make those that business goes to shit, right? Or whatever. I mean, I'm not telling you to ban on businesses that are doing things good and maybe they just do something a mistake, right? I'm talking when they know, they are in the wrong, they also know it, so on and so forth, right? So this is kind of like a stab in the back for me. Talking what's going on with crypto. Again, it's kind of like a itty bitty step because it's not like I really hold a lot of XRP, right? It's only I would say, I don't know, the mentality behind it. I know the spirit behind it, but whatever, right? I mean, at the end of it all, the truth of the matter is that if we're going to be making money, let's do some money. And I'm not sharing. I thought I was sharing. Oh, shit. Well, whatever. This is what I'm sharing right now. This is the charts of XRP. Again, after everything, all of the crying that I just made, right? Please, somebody bring a small, tiny violin. So after all of the drama that I made, the truth of the matter is that I'm going to be trying to maybe try to long XRP if we have a flip of the ribbon above the zero line and we are on some support areas. Yes, please. That is amazing. I love that one. The itty bitty violin. I know. So looking at XRP, which again is not looking that bad, I would be saying that if we are able to retrace in here in our oscillator, have a bounce and a hold, and you can see my two alerts somewhere between the 2.13 and 2.05, I think I'll be more than served, and that's going to be my entry threshold for a possible long. Still, I don't want to lose a dynamic reactor because, I mean, based on how long it takes, right, measuring the bullish and bearish trends, we already have maxed out, and I'm talking about these lines that I'm doing. I already maxed out the length of the bullish come on, structure. I'm not trying to there we go, like trying just to rotating the line, right? So I would be looking for a bearish structure. The only way that I could be bearish is maybe by hitting this trend line and bouncing back down. So we'll be putting a lower low, a lower high, and then off we go to lower zones. Which lower zones are going to be there? There it is. Oh, here it is. A 1.93. At 1.9394, I'm going to be trying to maybe jump back in or see how is it playing out, right? But that's what I have on XRP. Let me bring up, let me save it. Let me bring up Litecoin, because Litecoin was one of the ones that I longed. I then took the long, and finally I end up just cutting out that movement. So basically, this is what we nailed. We nailed almost a TP top right there. It's looking cool, although I'm thinking for a possible reentry. I was expecting not a goose head, but a little retracement here. Seems like we're forming a goose head right now, and that goose head could be bringing, remember, a goose head, it is a little retracement, farther move, and then a bigger retracement. So do I have any support and resistances? Yes, I do. I'm bouncing right now off a trend line. So what I'm going to be doing, and when I trade it back to you, Alex, I think I'm going to be trading this like right now. I'm going to be trying to force this, right? And trying to jump in for a long in here. My stop loss is going to be, I mean, slightly bit smaller. There we go. And then I'm going to be aiming for the resistance zone. Let me bring up the 15 minutes here. Let me see if I do see maybe entering zones in here. Oh, not really. We don't have some bullish structure here. Well, it's just a higher high, higher low, but this is just too flat, right? We're just hovering over it. The only thing that I see is maybe that we're crossing over the zero line, and that will be it. I mean, I could even wait for the last movement down here. Ah, man, this is let's why not? Let's do it. Let's do 1/4 of a position, and then maybe I reconsider re-entering after on the 15 minutes I break the current trend line. What is the current trend line? This trend line here. After I break retest my next entry, and off you go. So that's what I'm seeing on Litecoin. I'm trying to catch up the next wave. But at this point, I need to be honest. I'm chasing after the price. I'm chasing after the price. I'm trying to force trading this. But what do you think, Alex? Should I be going long? Again, I understand this is not financial advice, but what do you see in the charts?
The charts are beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah, it's lots of it's pure FOMO right now. And I think the story is Bitcoin dominance right now. Clearly. Because even last night, like I was looking for a Sui long and it blew right through. Like we're starting to sweep the high. I wish I stayed in that short now, buddy. Like fuck. My God. I was short and I closed it out. I was short right up here. And I closed it. So I'm having one of those days today. Now, what do we see here? We see overextension, right? If we're looking at this, right? We can see a breakout, a bear div, right? We got a bear div forming right now, so blow off top, boop, right? We got a no retest of this high, so in general, I would look for this. And if we do start closing below the highs here, then we look for acceptance back into the range. Very easy, right? And if we get acceptance back into this range, then we look for a rotation back down to the lower part of the range. And if we get rotation and we do not hold the lows, well, then we come down to, I would say 87,000. That would be my line in the sand. Okay. For me, I got to keep it simple, man. It's very, right now, the story too is the NASDAQ. Okay. So the NASDAQ's ripping right now. Okay. We got earnings yesterday, I believe, on Apple. Was it Apple?
I think so.
Woof. Okay. Not good. Amazon? I mean, people still liked Amazon. I mean, I ordered from Amazon the other day. So, I mean, still business, but maybe overvalued a bit, you know? Maybe a bit, you know, like those sombreros, the very special ones, you know, they're really, they got all the jewelry on them, and you might be like, okay, it's not worth the money, right? It's like all these fancy Magnificent Seven things, right? So staying level-headed is the hardest part in here, right? So if this, then that. If this, then that. Always ask yourself, where is liquidity? Okay? So when we're isolating ourselves, where is the liquidity, right? We understand that, hey, we're above the point of control of this range. So if we look at this, and if this is our range, we're above it just, but we're overextended above it, right? We're overextended. So wouldn't it make sense to come back and retest somewhere back in here, 92 first? Wouldn't it be, you know, if we're pushing up here, wouldn't it be nice to come back and then go, right? So understanding that, holding the POC is great. The NASDAQ's ripping. USDT dominance is also trying to, this is inverted. Sorry, I invert it. But this is, when it goes down, it's bullish, okay? Just so you guys all know. But when we look here, right? For me, it's a continuation down, which is bullish, right? So these pumps are sometimes, it's Bitcoin. It's fucking irrational. Let's be real. It doesn't, you don't see the altcoins doing this, right? You go over to Bitcoin here. This is, you don't see shit do this. This is Bitcoin, baby. This is why we here. Right? We go over here. This is Bitcoin, baby. This is crazy, man. Look at this shit. You cannot, like, I've never seen, what the? That's 5 candles. 5 candles, 34%. It don't give 2 shits about what you think. It could do this by next Wednesday. We could be at 130,000. Welcome to
Ta-da.
Bitcoin, baby. You're in it for the volatility, right?
Right.
So be prepared for it, and be prepared for it to be irrational. This is why I swear you gotta use a effing stop loss, man. I got stopped out today, really quick. Boom. Right? What did it let me do? Take the $300 loss. I made 400, then I made 100, then I made 200. Right? Being wrong quick, being wrong can save you a lot of money. I promise you that. Okay? So right now we have acceptance above here. We do not want to see Bitcoin come all the way back down in here. Okay, so this retest, as Piper would call it, our volume nipple in here. Retest to previous highs. That's my line in the sand if we do what I just talked to you guys about. What did I just talk to you guys about? Okay, so what are we doing? We have flagged out. We have broken out. We are doing a bearish divergence. This is up only right now. So until we confirm, we don't take the short, right? Unless you're zoomed in like I am and you're taking quick little scalps and then you leave the runner to go. Okay? So if we get acceptance, so first and foremost, if we break down from here, we look for retest of the previous high and continuation up to $100,000. My key level right now, we have good resistance at 98, which we just tapped. If we look here, we haven't tapped it yet. So I'm looking to tap that 98. That's a big old volume node right there. So keep that in mind. That's kind of acceptance to higher prices, and that leads us to 100,000. Okay, if we can support and resistance flip 98, then I think we come for 100. But if we do not get above 98, then we're coming back down to retest this high. If we retest this high and we get acceptance back into this low range in here, then we look to rotate to the bottom of the range. If we rotate to the bottom of the range and we break the low here, we look to rotate back down to 88,000. You see what I'm getting at? Having this plan, understanding this will let you get like me and zoom in, right? And make a plan, right? So by understanding the narrative of the market right now, I'm able to adjust along, the fly, right? I could take swing short here, right? I would prefer to take swing short here if a break of structure occurs. Right now, our trend is up, right? Our trend is up, so we shouldn't be looking for shorts just yet, okay? So if this, then that, right? Always if this, then that. A prepared trader is a profitable trader. So for now, we look for continuation. We are tapping premium here, so can we keep going? We'll see. Overextended. We'll see if the NASDAQ cools off today. Doesn't look like it. It looks pretty strong right now, right? Breakout, retest, breakout, retest. Previous highs, right? Continuation trades. Okay, so don't fade it. Even the S&P is looking good today. Reclaiming 56.50. Okay, key level, next level is 57.7. Level to level. Level to level. Keeping it simple as possible, right? Bitcoin looks really strong. And like I said, what is the key to all of this when I started? Dominance, baby. This thing is absolutely tearing it up. It does not give two sombreros about what you think, baby.
It
It's
doesn't.
just going to the moon. It is like I got the sword and the rocket launcher, and OC's got a plasma pistol. That's what Bitcoin needs. Going, and I just go,
Oh
and then I
man.
spawn kill him. Okay.
Oh, but you need to play the new one, man. You still stuck on Halo? What was it, 2, right?
Only 2, man.
Only 2.
2's the only one. It's only meant for men. You know, it's the only one built for men. After that, they started getting a little bit too. A little bit. The maps were kind of.
Well,
the maps were bad, and
they're not that bad. But you're true.
The community turned into little kids. You know, I killed you. You know, I'm like, you talking smack. Give me your dad. Put your dad on the phone. Let me talk to him. I'll beat up you and your dad.
Man, you grew up. That's what happened, bro. You grew up.
True. That's true.
Oh,
Hang 'em High, bro. What a map. Hang 'em High. Bro, that was like the best, man.
Nice. I still like the ones on Halo 3, to be honest. I love them too. Does anyone remember Shadowrun on Xbox? Shadowrun. Let me Google that. Shadowrun.
I'm long again, by the way.
Oh, I've seen it. I never played it. Was that good? Created from a Soul? Are you long again? No, man.
Yeah.
You just copy trading.
I told you not to. I told you not to trade, but I couldn't resist.
I'm giving you the FOMO.
Order block VWAP orb trade, baby.
Nice.
Up $100 already. Closed TP1. Okay. Yeah, so what is this? I showed you guys all how to set up the orb, right? Your first 15-minute candle. So your orb is right here. 9:30 candle. Okay. Orb retest continuation. Order block. Bullish momentum. NASDAQ breaking out. Continuation trade, right? Very simple. Easy risk management. Very cheap trade underneath my stop loss, just underneath VWAP here, giving it a lot of wiggle room. Trying to take it up to that 98K, baby. Okay. Very simple trade setup. Okay. Slap and go. Slap and go. Okay. See how the orb allowed me to front run the VWAP? See a little bit of a trick here, right? So take profit 1, stop loss at entry now. Up we go. We'll see where we stop, Geronimo. Okay. But bullish momentum. And guys, come on. They pushed up price this aggressive. They're not going to let everybody just go to the moon. Okay. They're going to come back and get some people. Retest to previous highs. Okay. Retest into here. What is that? Breakout, retest, OC trade. OC should be long too, man. I don't know what he's doing. He's not even taking his own trade.
I'm long in Litecoin, not Bitcoin, man. But I should have long Bitcoin.
Too good, man. Shit. Too good. So that's kind of where I'm at. Bitcoin dominance ripping. We're kicking ass, taking names. Patience will prevail. Altcoins kind of, they kind of look like to me right now.
Absolutely.
You'll get the rotation, but Sui pumped massively, and now it's back down to the lows. Like it's kind of faking people out and stuff. So I'd be patient here. Just with any altcoins, just let Bitcoin do its thing and look for the What typically happens on a Friday is you have Bitcoin push, and then it goes sideways, and then rotation goes into alts on the weekend. It happens a lot, especially in big bull pushes. So be aware of that.
When you thought orb? That was not yesterday, the day before, right? That was Wednesday.
I think so.
So somebody's asking about it. So there it is. So check out the Wednesday class on class recordings, and almost at the end of the class, Alex goes over how to trade the orb, how to set up the orb. Just so you know, when you set up your orb, it is dedicated for your time zone. So it's at the time where New York session, right? If I'm not mistaken, New York section starts at your time, and then when then the first 15 minutes. So that will be giving you the orb trading zone. Also, we have another question. What's the difference between the prime blocks and the order blocks? For trading purposes, none. So use them exactly the same. The difference is in how they're built and how they're calculated. Basically, we have order blocks. We have hot zones. We have also what is it? Prime blocks, and we have uh, liquidity zones. We have all of those, right? So prime blocks, which is one of those, takes between the data from order blocks and matches it up or combines it with the liquidity zones. So the result, it is the prime blocks. Why? Because instead of using two tools, you can use just one, and that's it. It's just a combination of two very powerful indicators in one. So for trading purposes, just see where they are located, change slightly the settings, and if they make sense, use them, right? At the end of it all, this is what it is meant for, right? You have a tool. The tool works as for the book or the theory, right? So you know, regardless what you're doing, you know the thing is gonna work as the book says, right? Not the book that we read, the book that was created like in 1980 or what was it, 19? I don't quite remember, 1970 something. I don't quite remember. So the point is, like for example, the trendy or the trend mode. It is to find trends, right? I use it that way. I use it to find huge trends, and then I trade the trend and the inner structure. And Alex take it his way, and he does what 8 minute trendy at something at 14 or something like that.
8 minute dynamic reactor. 8 minute trendy, yeah.
Yeah.
8 minute trendy is what I do, yeah.
And it works the great. I mean, it works great for him, right? The point is not. It's just learn how it looks, and if it makes sense to you, just use it, right? Because every trader has a different perspective. We all have a different childhood, right? And that childhood, it impact on how your brain sees stuff. That's the truth of the matter. That's psychology, right? That's not me just taking a card out of the sleeve. That's how all and every single human being has its own traumas, right? And success. That builds on your brain. Therefore, you see reality differently. So if a tool fixes for your reality and makes you the job easy, use it, right? So just a little advice there before we wrap things up. So other than that, I think we're gonna be giving the class a finish right now, or we're gonna be finishing the class right now because we have another setup, and we need to, or I need to prepare for the plus class. Also, guys, today is Friday, so
Let's
take
go.
a look at what.
Let's go.
Let's go. All right. So without further ado, Alex, want to do the honors?
Yeah, have a great day, everybody. I mean, it's gonna be an interesting weekend. We'll see. I mean, Bitcoin a bit overextended, so be prepared for any kind of dump. But rotation into alts, good fun. Weekend volatility is always choppy and shit, in my opinion. So be safe, okay? Have a
Absolutely,
great
guys.
weekend.
Thank you so much. And this time, see you guys on Monday. See ya.